Whit Johnson reporting there. All right, let's just back in with meteorologist Robert Suhr. Robert, we talked earlier about what's headed our way. Sounds like it's spilling over into Father's Day. So how long is this thing going to last? Do we know yet? Too early?
I think the worst of it is sunset tonight to sunrise tomorrow. And then after that, it's more hit and miss variety, couple popcorn showers and storms possibly, which you'll see in the hour by hour here. But first, the threats associated with tonight's weather. We're still saying the biggest threat are going to be those straight line damaging winds. Everything else is still there, but it's the damaging winds. And I'll show you how strong they could be, and they are eye-opening according to the Storm Prediction Center. So what hasn't changed is the enhanced risk for just about all of us, the lone exception being Carroll County and northeastern Benton County, just a slight risk, but really you really can't differentiate between the two when they're that close together like that. So, you know, you're talking about numerous severe thunderstorms, and look how much the SPC boys have expanded that enhanced risk. Basically, a good chunk of Texas, most of Oklahoma, 3/4 of our state as well. So this complex that's moving through, it means business, and it continues to grow across eastern Colorado right now. Have our first tornado warning right in the Oklahoma Panhandle, moving over, which is actually the highest point in Oklahoma, right near the New Mexico border, right along Highway 412 there. You can see storms out ahead of it just south of Liberal, Kansas. All of this will be moving in our direction over the next 6 to 7 hours or so. It's warm out. We're in the 80s across northwest Arkansas, lower 90s for our neighborhood in the River Valley. Now, as we go through the rest of the night, it's going to take some time for that system to get over here. Notice by 8 o'clock, still mostly clear skies, a couple of storms popping across northeast Oklahoma. Models keep trying to say that right out ahead of the system, there could be a couple of renegade severe thunderstorms right out ahead of that system that could slide into the River Valley. But notice midnight 1 a.m. the action is right on the doorstep, and it blasts in again while many of us are asleep. When you go to bed tonight, make sure you've got your alerts not only on, but the volume turned up so they can wake you up in case you need to get to that safe spot tonight. I can't stress that enough, especially in the middle of the night when we're all asleep. Most of us are, and we're vulnerable because our guard is down because we're asleep. By Sunday morning, worst of it is through. We're just dealing with periods of heavy rain, some rumbles of thunder. We could get a break. This particular run of the model is saying, okay, as the upper level support gets here, it could touch off a couple more early afternoon showers in a thunderstorm. That's very uncertain right now based on how much cloud cover we have and all sorts of other variables. And then by Sunday night, though, everything's quiet and it just turns hot. High wind threat. Notice the large hatched area from this morning. We're talking about 75-mile-an-hour winds or stronger, possibly with any of those severe thunderstorms. The good news is the hail threat has kind of shifted back to the west, which is sort of good news. Tomorrow, still the chance at severe weather, but a much smaller chance, which is good news. Lows tonight, 60s. Highs tomorrow, much cooler. Some of us may not get out of the 70s because of that cloud cover. And here's a quick look at the extended forecast, which we are going to turn off all rain chances after tomorrow and crank the oven up to broil. As you can see, the temperatures into the 90s in northwest Arkansas for the first day of summer. Very warm. River Valley even warmer than that. Flirting with the mid-90s for the first day of summer as we get into next week. Stay with us. Meredith Mulkey's here. She's got all your Razorback news and headlines after the break.